So can you say a few words about the book and the paper?
Sitting or natural balance, eco-balance. The nature has given a function to every species of animals, every species of bird, and so the human wildlife conflict is not there. If you remain in a state of human wildlife conflict, I think there's natural imbalance. All this, the global warming effects are all because of the imbalance in the ecosystem of the world. So I think it's high time, all of us realize that why conservation of flora and fauna of a place is important for the human beings also. Otherwise we have this anthropocentric idea, everything is for us. It is not there really. So in nature, I've seen a balance between predator and prey. Predator and prey. I think nature has made in such a way. I always found that the preys have no court of appeal against the predators. So nature might have done such a way that the prey, like the wild animals, have been given for the predators. Some these are very rare and can be a treat for the people, the tourists and so on. They would buy the books by the thousand every year. So the things which I wanted you to add, Farah I mentioned to you, Farah. Dong I mentioned to you, wild yak. Otter I mentioned to you. Hoopoe I don't find in this. Hoopoe is there?
Is there?
Oh, Hoopoe is there, yeah. So then Ram Chakor, Ribja. But this is Chakor.
Snow.
Then weaver bird I mentioned to you, the golden, yes. So if you add these and then a description for each one of these, of a half a page or 1 page, it will become a complete book. It would be a bestseller. I congratulate you for the efforts. It's just incredible. Some of these reminded us of the childhood when we used to watch them. Some of these I've never seen before, and then for the first time I'm seeing them. I'm sure the others must also be getting the same satisfaction out of looking at this. And congratulations, and I expect you to add more to such things. Your profession also allows writing of books like this from your experience of moving around in Ladakh and so on. And this is what I thought I should tell you. Congratulations again. One of the best efforts I've ever seen in this. Thank you very much.
The International Nature Conservation Day, number 1. Number 2, I think more significant is that in the history of Ladakh, this is the first ever attempt by an author to talk about the real issues. This is the crux of the matter. This is our identity. Nature is our identity. We are children of mountains and nature. We don't come from sea, we have come from mountains. And our identity is linked with this nature around us, these mountains, these beautiful birds, flora, fauna. I've been to many regions in the world, like in Pyrenees in Spain, where the Basque people live. I've been to Ural Mountains. I lived in Tian Shan Mountains. I've been to Altai Mountains also. So every society, community and regions, they are linked with that particular nature and particular environment in which they live. I think the rest of the thing that we have been talking about for so many years are artificially constructed. Whether you talk about history, whether you talk about many issues, these are man-made. These are man-made issues, and these are artificially created part of our life. But this is the natural part of our life, and if you protect nature, you protect yourself. There is no other way, including 10 numbers of constitutional protections will not save you unless you save your own nature and environment. This is very important because a specific community like us, very microscopic community like us, we need to link up with certain things. And linking up with nature is the most important thing to do. And I congratulate Tashi to come out with this kind of idea. I have not come across with anyone. I've gone through that book by Salim Ali long time ago on the birds of Ladakh, Chatung and all that, many years ago when I was in college.
So I really have been to the interior parts of the wilderness of Ladakh, spent a lot of time with these animals, and I'm really happy that now Tashi and several other people have come up with this tremendous passion for nature and wildlife in Ladakh, which is very important at this particular stage to raise awareness among the people of Ladakh, not among outsiders, of course for outsiders, but among the Ladakhis also. We really need to make such kind of efforts so that we understand the value of these species. And if we talk about ecosystem services, just to emphasize this point that we derive so much from ecosystem, from nature, and somewhere we really don't appreciate that and don't really put a value to that. That's very important. Recently there has been a study actually which looked at many of these ecosystem services, and they found out that in a place like Changtang, a particular household is deriving in the tune of some 30 lakhs per household per annum. Which is we are really getting a lot from nature, but we are giving back very little, which is I think concerning. We need to preserve them for ourselves, as what Kasi Funsokle and Kaskoplan already mentioned, that we should really protect them, not for themselves, but for us also, because they really played a huge role in sustaining communities like us in these high mountains. Otherwise, we say that there's a saying that, there's a joke also in many ways. People say that God left us high and dry, both literally and figuratively. And I think resource scarcity is there, but if you really look at nature very closely, and this is just the tip of the iceberg, I would say, and there are a lot of species to see, explore, and glorify and appreciate the services.
That's women salvation Lena Mamsa Pongi, last suggestion as subject top. The Nasuri Chantro Chok and Dizani, Yangulusion, Tobajano, Gender Nurbu, Chinjina, killing a German man of Putung Susla, a woman that mountain on Esprano. There's a name, Homunma, Hasbajus to plan, in a large say, Semshan in Scholar. It is an Goma radio station in Mamma Peggy's got Lazar Pin, Bacom Molara, or teaching at this Perabutasam in Turapa, reception, there can be Goma of Desan, they work with us. That is a Gamansum, but you meet Tamala, reception there can go, Masuma in a 60 Toramidua. You just don't talk on Matanglos, Sokin Sosudi, Yavachana, Izuk to Shignifala, La Sirjik goes up your Japan. The Changmisangala. Chotak Lochay, Madame Changme, Madame Chakme, Ladakh swag children. Then Ladakh see Jungwes or the Chana can be just there. Nangaram Lu, Hanam Sunjing for Latin. The Nagis should get teachers in the Cambo. The Ma Sodejan, Nang Changmefia, Spal Nam, Sespera, the Juxora. Ngatang lang ito gili, ngatang lang bigi, Ladakh si stair goni fia, chana yo din si nong juks dia judges. Mani changme fia, ngatang changme fia spal mang mams, pinete fia ngatang changme chakdap tiksan.